Hello, Shadowbot viewers, and welcome to another episode of Am I the Asshole? This time, trans edition, because I am trans. I'm trans! And so, I want to just, I don't know why, but I felt like, yeah, let's uncover some transphobes, and let's unsatisfy the people, and join ourselves in a conversation of transicity. If you don't like this subject, click away. I don't care about your comments. Yay. Obviously, else always, I'm not alone. I am here with absolutely nothing. No, they still did not make a robot for Google Translate, but Google Translate is here.
Hi chat and VOD viewers.
Exactly. Our good old friend is back here. Alright chat, let's get into it. Let's have some fun with some cool, some amazing Am I the Asshole trans edition. We're gonna do other kind of editions, but we're gonna start with the trans edition because I kind of want to be a bit gay, guys. Bit gay. Alright. So the first one on our list is, am I the asshole for rejecting a woman because she was trans? Let's listen to the story. So I would say, yeah, probably, because why would you reject someone surely because they're trans? Maybe the title is typed in the wrong way, and this trans woman was just a bit of an asshole, but we don't know that yet. We're gonna figure that out today. We're gonna figure that out in a couple of minutes, but solely because they're trans, probably yes. All right, let's have a little sneak peek into it. It's a short one. It's not that long. Let's have a look. Let's prepare.
I went on 4 dates with a woman and they went very well. But then she told me she was trans and post-op before we had sex. I told her I didn't want to date her because I thought she was a cis woman. And she called me transphobic. I'm totally not transphobic, though. It's not like I want kids and the genitals are no problem. I just pretend to see trans women as women, but dating them makes me feel icky for some reason, which is just preference and not transphobia. It's just that I think of them as being the same sex as me. A man, even though I politely and graciously refer to them with the correct pronouns. But I'm not transphobic or anything. AITA.
This is, well. Okay, let's get this clear. Not wanting to date a trans person is... There's no problem in that. You can have your preferences. I mean, that's totally fine. That's just like not wanting to date a person with blue eyes or a person with like brown hair. That's preference. Yes, for sure. But this part right here, okay? This part right here, it's just that I think of them as being the same sex as me, a man. Even though okay, you use the right pronouns, but you think of them as a man. That is transphobic. That's the transphobic part. Because they're not a man. They're not even close to being a man. They are a trans woman. There's nothing there. There's nothing there to be a man. Yeah, the sex is a man, but the gender is not. They're not man. She's not a man. So that part, that could be considered transphobic, yes. But not wanting to date a trans person because it makes you feel icky, because you don't like people with brown hair, because you don't like people with being trans, that's totally fine. I mean, I don't fucking care. But the fact that you think of trans people as their born gender, even though you use the right pronouns, that is... Yes. That is. But I don't think I would say you're the asshole. It's maybe you have a bit of a homophobic view, but I don't feel like you went on to be such a dick about it. You just was like, nah. I politely take this away. I would say you're a bit transphobic, but not an asshole about it. No. This next one is called, Am I the Asshole? I was asked point blank if I was trans, and I said no. So, are they the asshole? I don't know. Would they be the asshole? I don't know if they are trans though. Is the article. I don't know if they're trans. If they are trans, you can probably wait. Oh, so I'm male to female. Okay, so they are trans. Okay. Well, this is situational. If you don't feel comfortable, you don't need to say that you're trans. Absolutely not. Like, if you're not like comfortable with saying that you're trans, you don't need to say that you're trans. For a pretty long time on my channel, I did not say that I was trans. Like, I mean, it's not something I feel like this is probably the most trans thing I'm doing right now. Showing the fucking flag. But if you don't feel comfortable saying that you're trans, you absolutely don't need to say that you're trans. So I don't think that you do. But if you're with like a group of friends, no, I don't think you are. No. There's no situation where you need to come out. Absolutely not. No. Nah, just nah. There's no situation that you need to come out. Because needing to come out is such a icky thing. You can be in a very stressful situation if you have to come out. It's kind of worrying, to be honest. Alright, let's listen to the story, shall we?
So I'm MTF stealth trans and go about my life more or less without issue. I couldn't tell you the last time I was misgendered. I am trying to date and don't put on my profile that I'm trans for various reasons, but I do always intend to tell someone prior to becoming intimate.
Yeah,
That said, I do have that I am an avid LGBTQIA+ ally on my profile, so people at least know that's a thing.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, that's long story short, went on a date with someone the other day who point blank asked me about my support for the group, and when I explained I believe in equal rights, he then asked if I was trans. I didn't feel the need to inform him I was, so I said no. Yes, we were talking and getting along, and he invited me to his hotel room to show me some stuff he was working on, completely non-sexual. He actually had a project he was working on for a business meeting. I went back and we chatted. It was super chill, nothing sexual, it was all good. He asked me again if I was trans though, because I hadn't shaved my legs. First of all, lol, what? And I again said no. This time I feel like I was an asshole. It clearly is a problem with him and I should have just removed myself from the situation. The thing is, I liked him, but at the same time was terrified of what could happen if I did disclose that info in his hotel room. Eventually I left and he walked me to my car but kissed me before I got in.
Ooh.
I feel bad because I didn't tell him, but at the same time I've had bottom surgery and pass, and also feel I shouldn't be required to tell anyone. I did like him and kind of want to tell him now and see how he reacts to see if it is an option to meet up again, but I'm also terrified, because this was a 275 pounds bodybuilder who could end me if he's crazy enough.
This is what I mean, you know, a situation where it feels unsafe to come out. That's literally what I mean. That's actually what I mean here. You're not the asshole. Nobody is required to come out ever. Nobody's ever required to come out. You might feel like you should come out when you're doing like Devil's Tango stuff, because then you know the parts are going to be different than what you identify as. But you had bottom surgery. If you completely pass, if you're done transitioning, there's literally nothing about you that is still your birth gender. Well, your chromosomes. But you're not required to do anything. No one is required to do anything because there's nothing, and you felt unsafe. So, I mean, I would absolutely not blame you for this. Absolutely not. No. You're not the asshole. I would say don't hang out with that guy. I would say though. I mean, why would someone ask twice if you were trans? Or he would ask twice because he likes you back and actually really thinks that you are. But if it's such a big problem to him that you're trans or not, I wouldn't want to be in a relationship where me being trans is such a big deal. I would just like to be in a relationship where I am me and I have a past like every other person. But no, you're not the asshole. You're not the asshole. Coming out as trans is absolutely no requirement until you do the devil's tango. I would do that, yes, because dancing when the parts are different is not very comfortable for that is the coming out point, basically. Like, if you don't specifically tell the person, then you're gonna see it, so... But you had bottom surgery, so no, it doesn't really matter. It really just does not. Right. Am I the asshole for misgendering my trans daughter? Yes. Yes. I don't know how you could make this. Maybe if you try... Maybe... The fact is that you do try, but your child gets mad at you for still getting it wrong, and that's why you think that you are doing it wrong, but you're actually not doing that much wrong. That could be the case. Still, I would say no. No. I think, because still I would say yes. Well, no, if you're trying, then it's good enough. Like, then you're not really the asshole. And if your child is just getting mad at you for still getting it wrong, no. But if you should try it, though. If you're not trying, then yes. We're gonna listen to it.
My daughter came out and told me she was a trans boy 3 years ago, and I've been trying my very best to support her. I haven't kicked her out, and I even let her tell her friends she's trans. She gets mad at me for not respecting her pronouns, but I can't help it. She was born a woman, so I can only see her as that in my eyes. It's going to take me time to adjust to it. So in the meanwhile, I will make no effort to try to get used to it. Lately she's been thinking about taking testosterone, and I told her not to, because she will ruin her beautiful, womanly, feminine, fertile body. I told her she will turn into a disgusting mutant, but she didn't seem to appreciate it. What should I do? She's really obsessed with being trans, and she's so sensitive. I can't even talk to her anymore without her crying. I'm an ally though. I support everyone. I don't care what you guys do. I just think you're freaks. All love to the disgusting trans community. Smiling face with open hands, sparkling heart.
Oh my god, the horror. I'm sorry, chat, that you had to hear that. You are the asshole. You're very much the asshole. You're not even trying. You're not even getting their pronouns wrong in this thing. I am an ally though. I all love to the disgusting trans community. Ruin her beautifully female body. You're not trying. It's been 3 years ago. Okay, chat. A little thing about transitioning. You could be saying, yeah, but they are trying. They just don't want to rush things. The thing about transitioning is, for parents, it's an adjustment. Yes, absolutely. I agree to that. Yes. It's much like grieving. Basically, it's much like grieving. You lose a person that you thought was that person, but that person actually doesn't die. You just need to see them in a different way. So it can be a lot like grieving, especially for parents and people close to you. Grieving takes up to 2 years. After that, it is a complicated grieving process. If this was 3 years ago, you are already in the state of the complicated grieving process. You're in the complicated grieving process. You're not even trying yet. You know, the only way that you can adjust yourself to be better at the thing and to see the person as a guy instead of the girl, to use the right pronouns, to accept their being. Just, you're not an ally. You're not an ally. You're actively calling them disgusting, a freak, and denying them access to the thing that's going to help them the most. You're not an ally, friend. You're a bloody ass transphobe. You're not an ally. Accept your child. And you know the thing, yeah, they are so sensitive because they know I'm sensitive towards my dad. We cannot have a normal conversation without me dad crying, because every time I have a conversation, it is like he's attacking me. The reason why your child has become so sensitive is because your child is realizing that no matter what they do, no matter how much they talk to you, you're not going to be changing. They are realizing that you are a shit parent and they have to deal with it because they cannot go anywhere else. You're an asshole, and this hits very harsh home. Kiddo, oh my, trans guy, trans little boy. If you're watching me, you're not alone. You're probably not watching me, honestly. This is just a random person on the internet. But any trans people who related to this story, you're not alone. There are way more people out this with shitty parents. Find friends, find people that you love and get out of that situation as soon as possible, because it's only going to get worse. They're not going to be changing anytime soon because they're not putting in the effort to change. Love you. Love you. Love you. Let's get into the next one, shall we? This one hit very hard home. Oh my god. I was seeing it, and the trans boy came along, and I was just listening in horror to the misgendering and the misgendering. No, you were the asshole. Yes, absolutely. Am I the asshole for telling my 12-year-old cousin I am trans? We're gonna see if they are. It already says that they are not, but we're gonna see if we think that they are, or they might not be. They probably are not, because like, coming out is never really assholey for people to do. I don't really know a situation where you would be the asshole for coming out to someone, but we're gonna see what we think about this. Let's see. Well, let's listen to it, actually. We're not gonna see shit.
I am 14, am transgender. They were clear signs of me having gender dysphoria growing up that my family simply ignored. They claim to be supportive and that it's fine if I actually am that person, but refusing to call me by my preferred name and pronouns, saying that, you don't know what you want yet. Now that I am medically diagnosed with gender dysphoria, my family likes to brush it under the bus and say that the doctors are wrong. My cousins came over to my grandmother's house yesterday. Being the eldest grandchild, obviously I was forced to play with them. My cousin, M11, suggested that we do boys versus girls. I wasn't really thinking about it, so I said that wouldn't be fair because there are 3 boys here and only 1 girl. My cousin questioned me and I eventually told him that I identify it as a boy. He was young, so he said no, I wasn't. Obviously he didn't know, so I didn't take it to heart. But turns out he told my aunt after he went home. My aunt called my grandmother, who I'm currently staying with, and now I'm being told to apologize. They say that my cousin is too young to know that trans people exist and that I have no right to teach them that, and that they should learn it from their mother. We all know damn well their mom would not have taught them that. I don't feel like I should have to apologize for how I feel and sharing that with my little cousin. They say he was too young to know. However, when I was his age I had multiple trans friends and I identified as a lesbian. I used to just think I was a tomboy. I don't think I should have to apologize for educating my cousins about who and what I am. Am I the asshole?
No, your family is the asshole, absolutely, yes, because 12 is not a too young age to know that. At 12, they probably have a cell phone. They can probably look it up themselves. I would honestly think that as soon as they figure out the difference between boy and girl, they should also know the difference between trans and non-binary and all that stuff. Maybe not all that stuff, but at least figure out trans as well. So no, you're not the asshole. Absolutely not. And please don't apologize for just being you. Like, dude, if you're gonna have children, if your brother and sister are gonna have children and you are completely grown up and transitioned, then those kids are going to be knowing about trans people from the age of 0. From the age that they understand gender and understand sexuality and, well, not sexuality, but gender and gender norms, they will understand that you are trans. And that's not a bad thing. Just because the person is too young does not make it that you shouldn't educate people. Dude, what? There's no age to know trans people. There might be an age to know sexuality. Yeah, I can see that. I would say that you would start educating people around the time that they get a sexual education at school. But not, like, gender. Like, it's just gender. It's just the fact that some people don't get born in the right body. What about intersex children? What about they? What about them? They're gonna be knowing about intersex being a mix of two genders from the age they were born. There's no specific age between there. Dude, no, you're not the asshole. Your family is, though, absolutely. Your family is. Especially around this pod. I don't know how they are with accepting your name and accepting your pronouns. But, yeah, they are. They are the asshole in this story, yes, I would say so. Mm-hmm. Am I the asshole for asking my trans friend a disrespectful question? Probably not, no, because the thing is, just a little bit, right, is that the questions, I wouldn't say the questions are disrespectful. Only answers can be disrespectful, because the disrespect that you're giving it is the amount that the receiver of the question gives load to it. If you ask me a question, I will either say, no, I will not be answering that, or be answering it. There are no disrespectful questions. Because if the receiver of the question just says, like, no, I don't feel comfortable asking that, then it's not disrespectful. It's just not something they're comfortable with. That's not a disrespect. I don't think questions can be disrespectful. Though that is depending on the person. Maybe this person, this trans friend, does think that this is disrespectful. But no, I don't think that questions can be disrespectful. No. They can be uncomfortable to answer, but not disrespectful. I don't think so. I don't think they can be. I don't think questions can be.
Sarai 16F work with another kid from my same high school. He is 16M and FTM but has not fully transitioned, so if you didn't know him you'd most likely call him she or her. He understandably hates it. Recently we have been working together more and more, and I've realized that he feminizes his voice when interacting with customers.
I do the same thing.
This isn't a normal customer service voice either. I mean at least 2 octaves higher added to his voice that is decently high already.
I do the same thing.
At the store we work at, we have a few trans employees, and they have an additional label on their name tags with the preferred pronouns. His label has been removed, and when I asked, he said that he did it. I didn't ask why and just thought it was weird, but after 3 days of working with him straight and hearing the amount of people that referred to him with she, her pronouns, it was starting to make him mad. So while we were closing, I asked him why he removed his pronoun label knowing that he appears as a girl. Basically asking why he was mad. Annoyed people were calling him a girl when he removed the one thing that told people otherwise. It also doesn't help that he wears a lot of pink because of the random love for strawberry-themed things. I also asked why he heightens his voice so much, making the chances of him being misgendered more frequent. He didn't say anything for a minute and then just told me that it was the most disrespectful thing he's ever been asked and walked away from me. I've been asking other people if what I asked was ignorant or disrespectful, but nobody has said that I was. I don't feel like I'm in the wrong, and it kinda feels like he's just looking for something to be mad about, but AITA.
Alright, so this person did think that you were disrespectful. So this question would be disrespectful in the eyes. Are you the asshole though? No, because an asshole is someone who reacts in a assholey way. I don't think you acted in an assholey way. You didn't start screaming or anything like that. Though if you would ask me this question, I mean, I get called, like, I work at McDonald's. I'm still wearing my McDonald's shirt, by the way. I work at McDonald's. I work in the drive-thru, which means that I use a customer service voice, which is higher than my normal voice right here. Like, if I would talk, and I would also be like, "Welcome to McDonald's. Can I have your order, please?" You know, it is higher. It is more feminine. Then I would say, like, I don't have a badge that says my pronouns actively on there. One reason could be that they removed it is because of some hate that they got on the floor. Maybe they got some customers complaining about it or making fun of them or just having bad experience with that label, especially because they are presenting more femininely than a guy would. Though gender expression is something different than gender identity. Those things can be haftively apart. So, like, I wouldn't, you're not the asshole. I'm just kind of trying to answer the question for what I would say, on why I would remove that badge. I would honestly keep wearing it even though some people are annoying, because it's really annoying that people call me she, her, and ma'am and stuff like that when I'm doing this stuff. But yeah, you're not the asshole. They thought that it was a disrespectful question. That is a feeling thing, not a you thing, and there can be multiple reasons. And I think that my customer service voice is just what I do. It's just the thing that I do. It's just like your normal voice, that you cannot really control it. I mean, you can actively lower it, but that's really bad for your voice without training. So there are multiple reasons why they could be doing what they're doing. But you're not the asshole for asking that question, because it's their reaction that made it disrespectful. They thought it was disrespectful. Well, chat, I will be saying goodbye to you now, so thank you so much for watching this video. I'm gonna try to finish this as soon as possible before it ends, and I think that's not gonna happen, but thank you so much for watching this. I hope to see you next time. Okay, it's already down. Hello. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you liked it a lot. I hope I will see you here with another couple of topics. The next couple of Am I the Assholes are going to be more on topic instead of just randomly doing something. But I still hope to see you there. And I would just like to say, I care about you. I'm proud of you. Take care of yourselves. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for staying. And thank you all for watching the show. Bye bye.